go ahead and open it up because I'm just beginning on my Bunad stories and my knowledge, but I'm sure many of you here have a lot more knowledge and stories to tell. So, yeah, I guess.
I'll tell you something.
Okay.
Bunads was not born before World War II of city people, because Bunads was people that lived in the country and they had it in their different districts. But city people did not like at all to wear Bunads before World War II. So when that ended, Bunads became the thing to have. And now, of course, more or less everybody has one Bunad, from their little to older, like me. But there was very few city people that had Bunads before World War II when they lived in the city. Mm-hmm. But then it became very popular afterwards. Yeah, because you had it when you were little.
Yes.
Anna-Greta, you had
I
it.
have my first Bunad hanging there. I was excuse me. I was 7 years old, and my mother made it for me. That one, yes. And after me, then my sisters were wearing it, and I took it down, I put it up, I put it in, and all those things. So that is now, should I dare to say how old it is?
30 years old.
Yes, that's right.
Excuse me, this here, which is not a Bunad, everyday costume, okay? That is 30 years old now, this summer.
And everybody had to have a little hat on. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I wore. And my mother made also for my doll, had the same Bunad. And the moth has been really enjoying it too, so through the years. Yeah. So,
Can we turn the lights on?
Yeah.
Are you done with what you've got here?
I think there's another one.
yeah, we can actually see the screen. This is good.
So does anybody else want to share anything about their Bunads?
Astrid.
You all got them on. You have to do it first.
Anna-Greta is not finished yet.
What?
Did you want to
want me to say
tell anything about one
Okay, tell about it, if I can get up. Well, this is from Gudbrandsdalen, and that's where my grandmother's family was from. And so all my cousins, we are wearing Gudbrandsdal's Bunad. And when also many years ago, my mother made my first grown-up Bunad. But then I have a closet, it keeps shrinking things. So I ended up having to make this one. So I made this one in 2014, I think it was. And with that comes also a little jacket. So when it's cold outside, then you have this jacket on, and it has a nice embroidery, like the dress, you have it in the back. And let's see, what else do we have here? We have a little boy's Bunad. This is a 4-year-old. My grandson wore this. And it's like this, and it has cute little pants underneath. These are knee pants. So that's kind of cute. And I had wished that my other grandson could wear it, but didn't work too well. But the kids, and that's what I like in Norway, with the 17th of May, all these little children have Bunads on. They are so cute, and they are so proud. My daughter, when she was 12, she got this, the same thing as Ragnhild had. And there are two kind of aprons that goes with it. See, Ragnhild have the dark one on. And then we have a little more festive with the white one. Whee! This little thing. And that's kind of cute. So when Ralph and I got married, then the girls had Bunads on. So that's,
So is that a drop?
pardon?
Is that more a drop?
Ja, also the bunad.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, it's a Gudbrandsdal bunad as well. There are many different kinds.
Okay.
And yeah, Ragnhild, you can tell something about that.
Yeah, basically it's from the Midland, Gudbrandsdalen down,
Yeah.
Långslagen, Norrtäljeland, that area there. You see a lot of those in Norway now, especially
Yes,
the children, you see a lot of them.
Very thick wool
Yeah, it is very
and
heavy.
hot. I was in a parade in New York years ago, walking up hot street, and with these kind of thick heels, you sunk into the ground. It was unbelievable that how hot it was. Well, I can also tell you about this bunad. This is from Österdal. This used to be Ralph's mother's bunad. And then our youngest daughter, she inherited that one. And Ralph and I bought the kit in Norway, and she embroidered everything, and she and I sewed it together. She sewed it first, and I sewed it afterwards. So this is really nice. She was very proud with it, and she looked wonderful with it. That's
And I can tell you that the Bunad police just about wouldn't let me buy that. Because they didn't think my mother was good enough to do that, so I suggested that perhaps I would fly her over and they could have the discussion, but the gal backed down and let me buy it.
Yeah, they said you had to prove that you could sew, that you knew how to put this together. It was so very, very strict. Now they send it to Vietnam. And they have it embroidered and stuff there and back to Norway, and that's when they get sold.
Greta, talk about your belt.
Oh, the belt? Tight. It's what they call housewife's belt. So when you're married, then you get these belts. But I have seen it's very popular now that just about anybody gets them, I think. And we have knives, real knives that we all wear. And this is for women. It was a little one. I have one that's a little bigger. That's something Ralph could use. And then we have one little thing in the box here that you put in your ear. This little thing. That's a knife. And Greta has one. And I take this out. And we put it in the ear. Oh gosh.
Don't wear that when you
So
go
just
home.
wash it out. There you go. So yeah, one here and one in here. So well, we have used the Bunads quite a bit. Every formal occasions like the like the 17th of May, you know that. Then confirmations and christening, baby christenings, and whatever.
Happy events.
If you don't have, if you don't know anything what to wear, what to wear? Should I have a new dress? No, have a bunad. Wear the bunad. You're always safe with a bunad. So, yeah. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And you have a lot of books there that you can all look at.
Astrid?
Wow, well, thank you for Adrianna, thank you so much. Rebecca, thank you so much for your demonstrations here. Question?
Yeah, I have a question. I don't know if you or anybody else in the room, but I've heard that there can be a difference between summer and winter bunads. Is that true, or is it more you wear layers?
Unfortunately not. It's hot in the summer and you wear the thick wool, and you lose a couple of pounds. But that's, no, there are some bunas that are very, very light. That's more like a folklore, and that's made out of cotton. So you could have that too. So.
We don't get the 90 degrees in Norway, so.
No, they don't.
Any other questions or comments? This is fantastic. Just really great. Yeah.
I wanted to ask a question, is there any way that you can get a kit from your area to be able to do it, or do you have to go to the Bunad police and prove it?
Usually you make your bunad from where your family comes from.
Right, and I know that, where it is, but it's been very, very hard to find the pattern.
No, you have to buy the whole wool and everything, and the material has already been traced
Really?
to where you're gonna cut it, yeah.
Okay.
You have to tell them what size you need and everything.
Who's Sweden, Norway?
So when I bought this material in Norway, it was already traced, so to my size. And then I just go from there, and then
For the embroidery, then, do they have a pattern that you can kind of like iron on, or?
No.
That's another.
It's what do you call it? Yeah, it's traced.
Stencil. Correct, okay.
It's already
that's it,
traced
right.
on the dress or on the material,
Sure.
and then you go from there, and you have some paper that shows you what color to
Good,
use.
yeah.
And so you just start sewing.
So you can go on, can you do this online and buy online with it or not?
No, I think,
You have to go
I
there.
don't know, because things change so
I know.
fast.
I'm not sure, maybe I can try and look it up and
That would, yeah.
see if that's
Yeah.
available, but, not sure, but I
I
can try
kind
and
of
look
figured
it
since
up.
COVID and everything has gone online, that it might be a possibility.
Yeah.
You know, if you know exactly which Bunad you know it's your family.
I don't know.
Have to see.
Somebody might have to say.
I think that's
Is the embroidery, it used to be hand done all the time, is it still hand done or machine stitched?
That's a no-no.
I was gonna say, you do hand stitch it.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so I
Everything
thought
has
so.
been hand stitched. Every bit of it.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And then I put it-
I was thinking it should be.
Do you wanna show?
Yeah.
You wanna show yours?
Okay, I guess I brought one that's not on me, but, okay. I had one that I probably should show you. I didn't put it on due to some aches and pains, however, I will, this is very different, okay?
Yeah.
It's called the Vestfoldstakken. It is, I will tell you a little bit about it. It is, I'm from the county of Vestfold, like Synnøve, and Vestfold is very famous for a lot of the Viking founds. And there is a lady in Holmestrand, Vestfold, who designed this Vestfoldstokk many years back. And as you all know probably about the Oseberg ship, very famous, and was found in Vestfold. Now this designer, I bought this years ago because my Vestfold original Bunad, kind of was sold due to shrinking in the closet, right? However, I got married in it in Norway. But Gro Schell, she has taken from the beginning, she started with the story, the history. There were two queens. There was Åsa and Alvhild in Vestfold. And when they found the Oseberg ship, archaeologists found many interesting things in the ship. They found patterns, materials that had been worn by the queens and other people, and was used for festive occasions only by the Vikings. So this designer, she designed this one, among others, called a Vestfoldstokk. A stokk means a dress in the older days, and she designed it with the pattern from the skirt was taken from the Viking founds that they found. She uses pure wool and linen. They found this type of materials in the Osterbergship. Silk ribbons and the jewelry. They have made their jewelry from some of the designs. There's a silversmith out in Vestfold, and for example, my pin here is called Queen Asa. That was kind of from her, and it's all genuine silver, the buckle, and she's used the belt, of course it's leather, but the buckle, the jewelry, there's many types of jewelry. There's also a cape with this, which I also have, and being that I was from Vestfold, and she came out with this many years ago, I was very anxious to get one made, so I had the jacket. I wear it only like Christmas, Norwegian Christmas parties, but it's kind of heavy, and but I love it. I like the shawl also, but the interesting thing is, she took it from the history of the Viking Age, because they found several things that she took as the beginning of her seamstressy, and she has sold. They also make them for men, and in fact my husband had a vest and blouse which Lenny has been using, because he's deceased, but it's a little interesting that it was kind of designed from Viking finds from the mounds there, and she went further with it, and now she's a designer of many other beautiful dresses. She's been in the States, she's been on television, but anyhow, a little Viking history. So, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think, does anybody else have any?
Carol's got a question.
I know it's getting late, but Sonova is from the same county, but her Bunads very different. I'd like to hear about that.
What'd she say?
And we're from the same country. Tell her
Yes.
what's yours. It's not an original. Tell her.
I'd like to hear.
Yes, it's very, very pretty.
I've admired it many times.
Yeah, this is not anything fancy, so I could not wear this to somebody's wedding.
No.
I wouldn't wear it to any 17th of May parties, but private little parties, get together, yes. That's why I said I felt okay wearing it here, because this is not a real formal party tonight, is it? But that's just an everyday dracht,
Yeah.
I guess you could call it.
From your town.
Yeah. From my hometown.
In Vestfold.
Yeah. In fact, it is 30 years old right now. My husband and I had gone to Norway, and it was just the summer before we moved down here, and a nephew had gotten married to a seamstress. So I said, maybe I could have some kind of a bunad. Well, I couldn't afford a bunad at that time, that's for sure. They were just gotten, no, not gotten married, but just got back to Norway. So I just got this, and I'm very happy with it. I wear it, and I said I can get ready to wash the floor now. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we.
Doing the embroidery there allowed us to go back and watch them, so there are flowers on the Bunads. It was so neat. And as we were about to go, a couple walked in with their teenage daughter who's gonna get their confirmation, and they were sitting down with them, telling them what color they wanted and what kind of flowers and how they wanted it. It was so neat to listen to them tell a story about what they would like their daughter to have in that Bunad. And it would take a long time to make it, I don't know, I don't remember that part, but it was neat that we saw them making the flowers and things, and then watch a couple with their daughter talking to the one that's gonna make it.
yeah, live in action in the process.
Or if they started to renew acquaintances with the family members that were left behind. So, but yeah. So here, these are the fossils, and then that's my grandmother there.